Did you think growing a YouTube channel was going to be easy? I certainly did. My irrational excitement led me to creating Hampton Law, where I then created over 500 YouTube videos, and I eventually got to over 15 million views per month and over 330,000 subscribers. But man, was it a beatdown getting there. Looking back, I wish I had done things smarter so that I could have sped up my results. So to help make growing your YouTube business channel 10 times easier, I'm sharing with you 12 painful truths I wish I had known earlier. Truth number 1, don't focus so much on view counts when you first start your channel. When you first start your YouTube channel to grow your business, it will feel like you're making no progress if the only thing you focus on is the view count. Remember, to leverage YouTube to build your business, you really have to lay a foundation of about 50 to 100 videos so that you can lay a firm foundation for which evergreen content can continue to funnel in new potential customers so that you can make money for years to come. Then, by consistently posting thereafter, you will slowly build your audience, your credibility, your authority, and ultimately your revenues. So think in a 12-month time horizon, not in a week-to-week time horizon based on just 1 or 2 videos. Otherwise, take it from me, a video that flops could do a number on your mental health. In fact, the channel that you're watching right now, I don't have thousands of subscribers. I only have hundreds of subscribers at the time of this recording. But I don't need millions of views. I just need a few of the right views. By providing value to business owners looking to grow their business through the power of YouTube, I've been able to gain dozens of consulting clients for YouTube Rainmakers because I provide a service that these businesses are seeking after. You can do the same with only a handful of views. Lesson number 2, most people quit their YouTube channel because they focus on the wrong thing. When you first start on YouTube, I have to admit, it will feel like you're making no progress at all. But remember, in order to build a skyscraper, you must build a deep and firm foundation. That is exactly what it's like with your first 50 to 100 videos for your business. I've done it, and maybe you'll do it too. You launch a video, and then you start obsessing over how many views you get, or maybe you don't get. Instead, focus on posting videos consistently and for the long term. Define your success on YouTube by posting regularly and consistently, and not by the view count you receive on any particular video. But you should always stop and take a look at your videos and learn from those videos. What can you do to improve your video 1% on the next video? But don't put too much weight on whether one video does well or what people might say in the comments. Lesson number 3, pain is a sign of growth. I have now done this on multiple channels. And I'm going to be honest, I'm facing this issue right now on this channel. I don't have many subscribers, so sometimes it's easy to feel like nobody cares and none of it really matters. But I have learned from my other 2 channels, one with over 330,000 subscribers and another one with over 4,000 subscribers, that consistency and persistence will pay off. So even though it sometimes hurts, and sometimes it might feel like it's a waste of time, press on, keep posting, keep persisting. It will pay off, I promise. Lesson number 4, focus 10 times more of your time focusing on the right thumbnail and title than you do on even the script. When I consult with a new business looking to start a YouTube channel, I always ask them, what do you think you should spend most of your time on? And overwhelmingly, they think they should spend their time on ideas and recording videos. Although these are important to video success, the really successful creators spend 10 times more of their time focusing on the right title and thumbnail than they do on all of these other things. Why? Because failing to focus on planning and packaging will limit the number of people that watch your video. You must earn the click. When I realized this for my Hampton Law YouTube channel, I started getting loads more views. Because now I was able to create titles and thumbnails that created more curiosity, more intrigue, which gave me a higher click-through rate, which gave me higher views, it gave me more subscribers, and it gave me ultimately more business revenue. Of course, we still want to focus on creating great content. But in today's competitive environment, getting attention is the name of the game. Lesson number 5. Quit complaining about your lack of views and find out exactly what your audience wants. I personally have learned this lesson the hard way, and sometimes I still have to learn it over and over again. Never complain about making the content you want to make and it flopping and then blaming your audience. You need to know what your audience wants to watch. At its core, the YouTube algorithm is all about what the viewers like and what they want to watch, not about what you want to make. In order to pull this off, you must know your audience. Lesson number 6, batch record so you don't lose your mind. If it takes you 30 minutes to set up your recording equipment and get everything ready to roll, and you have to do this 4 times a month, you're wasting 2 hours per month. Instead, if you shoot 4 videos all at once and it only took you 30 minutes to set up, you're saving an hour and a half of your time every month. Remember, YouTube is a marathon. It is not a sprint. My solution, always batch 3 or 4 scripts all at once. By the end of the year, it will save you hundreds of hours of time, it'll save your sanity, and it will save you time. After all, the best way to be successful on YouTube is to be efficient and maximize your time. Lesson number 7, never be afraid to experiment. It has long been said that to grow a YouTube channel, you need to copy what works. Technically, they are right. But what if after you've copied successful formats and concepts, what if you become the person everyone else starts to copy? How do you do that? By innovating. That means you sometimes have to take risks. Risks are sometimes worth taking in order to get the big payoff. I learned this with Hampton Law, my YouTube channel. Very few, if any, lawyers wanted to take on the angle of law enforcement and technology. I wasn't sure if it would work, but I figured it's time to experiment. That led me to launching How to Stop Cops from Seeing Through Walls to Spy on Your Home. I lucked out on this one because it got me over 1 million views in just a few short months. Now, does this happen all the time? Of course not. Does this experiment work every time? Of course not. But by taking the risk, I was able to grow my subscribers, my viewer count, and ultimately my channel. Because I took the risk and was now able to develop a trusted content topic bucket that I could go back to and develop over and over again. All because I was willing to experiment, and you should too. Lesson number 8, look beyond your niche to see what works in other places. Do you ever feel like you're getting stuck or stale in your content approach? One of the best things to do in this situation is to research other niches that are similar to yours and find out what's working for them. For example, when I was trying to figure out what would work for my asset protection YouTube channel, I started experimenting and looking at other similar niche in the legal space, trying to find out what's working for them. And I found some of the videos that were listicles with a number in front of them were working really well. So I started experimenting with them on my YouTube channel for my asset protection law firm. And what do you know? I started getting higher than average views. The lesson, don't just blindly copy your niche, because there's a good chance that everybody in your niche is making the same mistakes and you could become the trendsetter by trying something new. Lesson number 9, always use trends for easy views, but never neglect your evergreen content. Want easy views? React to trends and news as fast as you can. But don't be surprised if your video's dead in less than a week. That's why for me, as exciting as trend jacking can be, you have to also focus primarily on your evergreen content. For your business, evergreen content is that type of content that you know your potential customer will be looking for to solve a problem for them for years to come. It may not be sexy when you first launch it, but you know that your market needs this information and people who need your type of services will be finding this content for years to come. That being said, I actually like to use both strategies. Lesson number 10, when you find a formula that works, try to find ways to apply it everywhere. Most people try to make YouTube videos way too hard because they think they have to come up with new ideas for every type of video. Now, this tip will save you hours and weeks and months worth of work. Take it from me personally here. You can create content that's very similar to what has already worked on your channel, but just change it up just a little bit. Here's a little secret though. Viewers will not even notice that the video you're doing now is very similar to the one you did in the past, because people like to watch things that they are familiar with. So if you have a hit video concept, it's probably a good idea to follow up with another hit right after it, and there's a good chance it will work. Lesson number 11, master hooking your viewers to keep their attention. How would you feel if your business YouTube channel was not growing because of one sentence in your video? In fact, it's a single sentence at the very beginning of your video known as the hook. Unfortunately, that is quite literally the truth for most YouTube channels. Why? Because the toughest lesson to learn for creators is not creating videos. It's to learn how to grab attention and then keep it. The solution? Become a master of hooks as fast as you can. But how do you do that? I just used one on you. You simply ask a question. One of the best ways to use hooks in your videos is to ask a question to grab someone's curiosity. So in addition to asking a question as part of your hook, you can also use a visual to enhance your hook. In fact, I use this strategy on every YouTube short that I create for Hampton Law. I may state something as a hook in the first sentence, but the actual first thing that the viewer sees is an action sequence that grabs their attention and complements my wording. When I started combining these two strategies together, I went from thousands of views to millions of views on my shorts. It worked for me, and it can work for you too. Lesson number 12. Viewers don't care how smart you are, they only care how smart you make them feel. I can't emphasize how important this next concept is, because when it comes to YouTube, simple is always better. I have to admit, I had to learn this lesson the hard way, and many professionals like lawyers and doctors on YouTube have to learn this lesson the hard way. When something is complex, in order to simplify it, compare it to something that's not complex, and people will love you for it. This takes a lot of awareness for lawyers and other professionals on YouTube, because sometimes we make assumptions about what people know. Never assume that your viewer knows anything about your expertise. So compare your expertise to a simple visual or a common example. And in the process of simplifying this information, it will make the viewer feel smart for understanding it. After all, viewers don't care if you're smart, they only care if you make them feel smart for watching. Now, we just covered the lessons I learned from creating over 500 videos on YouTube. But did you know that there are some shortcuts that you can take to grow your business on YouTube? Check out this next video where I lay out the 7 shortcuts to grow your business on YouTube. See you over there.